October 2007. ¿Qué es AVID? Or what is AVID, my mom would ask. While all my friends went to the local high school, my mom knew that she needed to find a school where my zip code would not define my future. So every day I would get up before dawn, take a bus all the way to Scripps Ranch High School, about an hour ride each way. AVID's where all the kids do their homework, I told her. I was wrong. Corner notes, binders, materials, corner notes, planners, tutorials, corner notes, TRFs, corner notes, vocab quizzes, and more corner notes became the norm. I thought to myself, was Ms. Knopf crazy? She was my AVID teacher at the time. And also at the time, I worked at KFC, and honestly, I was fine with working there. Now let me tell you a little bit more about Ms. Knopf. At first, she seemed strict and intimidating. But as I got to know her more personally, she proved to be an inspiring teacher. She was the first and the only teacher who told me that I could, I should, and I would go to college. If you didn't apply to college, you won't get an A in AVID, was the bribe she gave me. I was confused. I didn't fit the stereotype of those students I saw graduating before me and moving on to college. September 2010, my first day at the University of San Diego. I walked into my first class, Calculus 3 with Dr. Hafiz, and was lost. I looked around and noticed that no one else was taking corner notes. And then I realized that they probably didn't watch the corner note video where the guy told me that if I take, make, interact, and reflect on my notes, I'll do substantially better. May 2014, 4 long years later. Finally graduated with a degree in mathematics, met great professors who were there for me, presented and conducted research in statistics across the nation, and was on my way to becoming an actuary. Or so I thought. September 2014. Hi, I'm Mr. Pelaez, and I'm going to be your math teacher this year. Things changed. I told myself I would never be a teacher, but there I was at King Chavez Community High School. It was by far the hardest I've ever had to work in my life, but I enjoyed every single minute of it. Soon I was settled in, still struggling to control a classroom, but was happy to be in a position where I could help make a change. June 2015. It was the end of my first year teaching when I heard those 3 words that no one ever wants to hear. You have cancer. Sitting through chemotherapy and radiation was an indescribable experience. I cannot deny that it took a toll on my body, my family, and my career. Eventually, I had to answer the question, will I come back for a second year? Or will my health prevent me? September 2015. Yet again, I decided to return for a second year. Still going through treatment, but ready for the path ahead of me. After all, AVID gave me the skills. Despite my personal challenges, and either my students, or my escuincles as I call them, are the reason I show up to work every single morning. This year I got to teach AVID, and it was worth it. They are the reason why I bring in guest speakers, organize field trips, and check 15 annotated and beautiful corner notes every single weekend. And you can ask them, I have high standards. August 2016. Today, and now I stand in front of you of great leaders, students, teachers, and community members as Mr. Pelaez, the teacher that kept teaching full-time while checking his students' notes, binders, and materials almost daily, and I'm glad to say that I'm officially cancer-free. Now, I'm Mr. Pelaez, that teacher who still is pushing his students, and I'm proud to say that 75% of them got a 3.5 unweighted GPA or higher. So, ¿qué es AVID? As my mom would said. It's more than corner notes and weekly tutorials. It's a family, a community, it's a support system of parents, teachers, mentors, students, and alumni. Thank you.